Welcome, beautiful yogis. Let's reset our nervous system, strengthen our core, and let energy flow through the spine so that by the end of our practice we are revitalized. Coming as you are to sit upright, grow your spine toward, take your shoulders back, and now your arms wide out. Stretch the palms open and roll the shoulders further back, and you'll find that lifts your sternum. Ready? We'll inhale, stretch the arms widen up. Palms touch. Exhaling, return on that same trajectory back down to flip your palms and lightly touch the ground with the finger pads as we did. Widened up, spread and lift. Big wide reach, exhale back down. Little touch down. One more time. And big wide reach to touch hands onto the mat. Good. Sit really tall. Slide over to your right. Keep your left sit bone grounded and then flip that left arm up. Inhale it up. Look at it at the zenith point, and then exhale as you look down. Bring the arm closer to your head. Nice. Take the arm back through the zenith point and further. Exhale, bring it to the zenith point and next to your ear as we turn to look down. One more time. Inhalation, extend. And exhalation, coming back. Good. Come all the way upright on the inhale and let the fingertips lightly touch. Feel the tallness in your spine and some asymmetry as well. Sliding over now to your left. Right arm opens. Inhale it to zenith, looking up. And exhale, bring it closer to your head as we look down. Inhale, reach the arm away, looking at that arm. Exhale it to really tall and next to your head. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale up and over. And one more. Lovely reach. Exhaling up and over. And this inhale, come back to upright, sitting tall, right up the center line of your body, fingertips each side equally spaced. And now lift your sternum, take your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your chin a little bit. And then exhale, lower the chin, but the spine stays stable. Raise the chin with the inhalation. We're not throwing the head back, just a little look up. And exhaling, a little look down. One more time. And we look down. And now bring the hands to the knees. Moving into the spine more now. Inhale, bring your chest forward and up, shoulders back as the chin lifts. Exhale, round your back and draw your low belly and your pelvic floor inwards and upwards. Draw forward, breath in, undulating through your spine. Exhaling round the back. And as we did, we'll do 3 more. Letting the breath get longer, smoother, with each moving. 2 to go. And this one more. Good. Coming all the way to upright And now please switch the cross of the legs. Yeah, the shin bones in front. And we're coming now into the upper back. And all this is little shoulder lifts. So we shrug and we drop. So inhale, shrug. Exhale, drop. Pick it up a little bit. Let's do half a minute more. All the energy coming now to the shoulders, upper back, with the breath. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, shrug, shrug, shrug. And exhaling, let the shoulders fall back and sit a moment, lowered gaze in your body, and notice where we activated. Let your breath blow. Nice. Good. So with the eyes open again, bring your hands now to hold your shoulders, lift your chest, and take your elbows a little wide. So this is side to side. So we'll inhale to the right and exhale left. So now we are moving the ribs. Inhale to your right, exhale left. Breaths equal length. They're not long and slow, they're a little picked up. And 3, and 2, and last 1. Coming back to center. Take a deep breath in here through your nose. As we hold the breath, lower your chin. Exhaling, rest your hands down, chin at normal level, and let your breath flow naturally. Beginning to feel prana flow. Great. Now take your arms wide out from the shoulders and stretch wall to wall. Shoulders are back, heart is lifted, and then we make teensy little circles with the long arms, like that. Little circlings. And now reverse that circling. We're focusing now on the movement rather than the particular breath. Lovely, good. And then stretch the arms long, fill out with a breath, tall and wide. Hold this full breath, lower your chin, draw up at your pelvic floor. We're holding the breath. Let your hands rest down, your head in a normal position. Soften through the arms, soften through the natural breath. Nice, everybody. One more here in this seated place. Can you take your legs wide apart, as wide as you can. Helps to sit on something, and these are side reaches. So inhale, sliding down one side, exhale to center. Inhale, slide down the other side and back to center. So keep it a side stretch. Inhale and exhale. A hand in and back. Now, if all is well with your shoulders, as you slide, bring that arm up and over. Coming back, slide the other way, and that arm comes over. That's it, great. So inhale, a hand, coming back, and inhale, and coming back. Good. We've got a few to go. Remember, it's a side stretch. We're trying not to come forward with the trunk. Good, last one. Good, coming back to center. Let's help the knees to bend and come into cobbler's pose. Holding your feet matched up, let your spine grow tall, shoulders are back. Fill up with an inhale, lift your heart. And now we're coming forward. Any amount that your body wants to come forward. Slide your hands towards your ankles, and we're folding into a little gentle forward bend, bringing the breath now to the low back. Good, and rolling back up, bring the knees in, and let's come to hands and knees. So coming back to the cow cat here. Inhale, chest forward. As we round and draw inwards, take your seat back a little bit towards the feet. Inhale, draw forward. Bring that arch into your back. And the exhale, rounding, tuck tail, and move your hips back as far as they're willing. Stay with this. So we're coming as we are. If there is fatigue, anxiety, wherever might be there, let it be here. And let the breath slow down a bit, the movement slow down a bit. Exploring the going back towards child's pose without any forcing. Work the exhalation. Pelvic floor, core muscles are drawing inwards as we round and draw the seat back. We have 3 more. And our last one. Nice, everybody. We're going to drop down onto the buttocks and bring your feet in front. Feet are on the mat, spine is lifted, Feet are rooted. And we'll move a little bit more deeply into the core now. So heart lifting, shoulders back, filling up with that breath in, and exhale, draw back. Come forward again on inhale, heart leads the way. Exhale, draw back, draw your pelvic floor and your low belly muscles in. Inhale, draw forward, and exhale, gliding back. Take it slow and easy, even though there's some deep muscular work happening, and you can go further back if you're feeling that your back and core are strong enough, or you make smaller movements. Coming to our last one. Nice. Now let's hold here a little bit. Reconstitute your heart, lift your shoulders back, your chin slightly down. Feet stay on the mat, raising now your right arm up. Take it back and raise your left arm and bring it back. Just take both arms up. Good. On the exhale, draw yourself forward and up, hands around the knees or shins. Lift your heart. Now bring your hands behind, propping up your chest, grounding the feet for hip lift. Inhale, lift up a little or a lot. Exhale down. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Exhale down. So you're monitoring how high you're going to lift. Three to go. Feet are stable, knees are stable. And we're coming to our last one. Good. Lower your seat. Ease your wrists with a little circling now. Good. And then bring your hands behind the thighs and lift your heart, leaning back. This time we'll take the feet off the mat for half boat pose. Lift your heart. Keep your knees, your feet parallel. And with the lifted heart, we prevent the spine from rounding. And in the holding, we're building that endurance in the core muscles. And the balance. We're in the time of year of balance, night and day. So we practice a good balance pose here. Can you stay for 2 more breaths? And on the exhale, feet come down. Draw your hands around your shins so you can lift up, release your core. And slide your legs to straight. Straight legs. Bring your hands again behind. And we're going to lift the hips up again. This is more like an upward plank. If it's too much, do it tabletop that we did a moment ago. Lift up. Exhale down. And lift. And lower. So a lot of muscles working here. Getting some upper arm strength as well as core. Upward plank, lower down. And 1 to go. Good. As you lower this time, inch your seat back a little bit and release the wrists. Good. Bend the knees. And we're coming into our second boat pose. So We're going to be where we need to be today, holding the legs or reaching the arms, finding your own internal strength in your core as you keep your heart lifted, either holding your legs or reaching your arms so the core has more work to do. Nice. Can you slow down your breathing? Nice big breath in. And exhale, bring your feet down. Draw your trunk up. Great. And now it's cobbler's pose. A little further away from your groin. Good. And then we're going to lengthen the spine up, breathing in, and forward, breathing out. And there's a little rounding here, and it's a little breather here. Where we take our time and give your feet a little massage. And relaxing in this deep ease in the core now. Nice. Roll up on inhale. Bring your knees up and let's come again to all fours. This time we'll have the blocks at hand. As from the all fours with the knees close together, please lift your right knee high up behind as we lift the heart, the inhale, and round under, exhale, nose towards the knee, as we did. We're going real slow now. This time, set your right foot to the front of the mat. Press it down so we can take the arms way up into the air. Reach high and circle the arms to hang at the sides, steadying your stance here. Bringing your left arm forward next to your ear and getting really long. The exhale is towards the right. Tilt towards the right. Stay in this tilt. Your right arm lifts up and lowers down. So really steady through your knee and hip, staying grounded in this side stretch, adding the leverage of this moving arm. On the next inhale, we'll bring the trunk directly over the hips, and exhale, hands returning to the blocks to straighten the front leg. Draw the toes back, dig the heel in, stay to breathe. Our first hamstring stretch. Started off in the shoulders, upper back, into the core. And now we're in the hamstrings. Good, and then let's take that right knee next to the left knee. Coming to second side with the left knee lifting high. Raise your heart, breathing in and crunch under. Exhale. As we did. Last one, stepping the left foot through. Press the foot down and raise your both arms overhead. All the way to high, lowering the arms alongside. Stay steady. Now the right arm comes forward. So you're right next to the ear, nice and long. Exhale, tilt to the left to open the right ribs. Now it's the left arm that moves with the breath, coming up, lowering down. Twice more. On this next breath in, come to upright, shoulders over hips, get really long, and forward we go, hands returning to blocks or ground. Hips draw back to straighten front leg. Lots to feel. Little breather. And let's take that left leg back. Knees to the edges of the mat, feet close together. Lower your blocks for extended child's pose. As the hips draw back, the arms reach forward. And find the place where you get that two-way action. And your breath flows. Side ribs, underarms, low back. Everything fills with your breath. One more beautiful full breath. Inhabit your body fully. And now we'll draw forward again, back to fours. And using the blocks again in that middle setting. Coming deeper into the hips now as we lift that right leg high. Stretch into the quad and step your right foot to the front. Press the foot down to raise the arms again, all the way up. And this time, arms alongside. Bringing now your right arm behind your back. Heart stays lifted. Take the left arm forward, breathing in, get long. Exhale, lean forward. So keep your spine nice and straight, steady right leg. Come back up on in. And as we did, we come forward. One more. All the way up. This time we come forward and hook that elbow over your right knee and bring your palms to prayer pose, turning to your right. Two deep breaths here in the twist. On the exhale, we'll bring the hands back to the blocks and straighten the right leg again. Sit bone draws back. Good, and then we'll twisting again to the right. This time the right arm level with the shoulder. Open your chest to the right. And return the arm and return your leg. Second side, left knee lifts up, breathe in. And step the left foot forward. Press the foot down to raise your arms up. Nice big lift, lowering the arms down. And bringing that left arm behind your back. Right arm comes forward and long. And exhale, reach forward nice and long and straight. We're not trying to get to the ground, just getting length on the right side. Inhale, come up. And exhale forward. Inhale, lovely big reach. And forward. And then this time, on the reach forward, we're going to bend that right elbow and hook it over the left knee or thigh. And you can use your left hand for leverage to turn your trunk to the left. On the exhalation, releasing the hands back to the blocks to straighten the left leg. Arriving here. And we'll add the twist. Left arm, shoulder level, draws the chest to the left. Turning at your waist, opening your heart in this leftward direction. And on the exhale, bring the left hand back to the block and take the left leg back. 2. Blocks to the sides, palms flat for downward facing dog. See how it feels today. Use your finger pads, not all of it's on your wrists. Letting the head be at ease. Your shoulders are broad. Remember when we reached the arms wide earlier? Have a sense of your shoulders being wide. Feet close together. Take your right leg way up behind. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. Know that you could do this from the kneeling position. If this downward dog is too much on your wrists or your energy today. We bring the right foot or knee down. 2 deep breaths. And we'll bring both knees to the mat. Finding ourselves in all fours, ease your toes and ease your wrists. Great. Now walk the hands forward again for our second downward dog. Focusing now on your legs, walking it out. And letting the breaths be deep, underarms, ribs, whole back filling. Now with your feet close together, take your left leg high, knee to nose, exhale. 2 more times. Good, and left foot next to right foot. Bring both knees down, finding ourselves now in all fours. Ease your wrists. And come to your elbows. Palms together, forearms on the mat. Look down, relax your head. And now we'll curl the toes, come into forearm balance. Tiptoe forward if you can, and bring your chest towards your legs. And breathe deep. Stay for 3 more breaths. If you're ready to come down, come on down. So listening to your own energy today. And we'll all come down, take a child's pose. So widening the knees, sitting back deeper. This time the shoulders round forward, so your hands can be back. Relax your back, relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. As we come back to hands and knees. Knees close together. The right arm out to the right, and then thread through. Exhale, lower your shoulder, and when you're ready to inhale, come back up again. Stretch the arm up, Exhale, thread under, lower to your upper arm. We've got one more and then we'll stay. Stay a little now here, stretching your upper right back. Breathe deep. And coming out. We're back to fours. We're taking second side, so that would be the left arm. Reach it up, thread it through on exhale. 2 more times. And on this third one, we're going to hang out a little bit, have a little rest. Breathe deep into the upper left back. Nice. Now please unthread. Positioning yourself on the mat where your knees are together, your butt stays high, but we're going to walk the arms forward. They can go wide. This is puppy dog pose. So not like child's pose where we sit back. We're going to keep the butt high, bring the chest to the ground, and so this is very much into the upper back. We activated it earlier with shoulder lifts and drops and side swings. Now we're sustaining with this arm reach. Forehead might be on the ground, chin on the ground, heart towards the ground. And breathe all the way to the top of your torso. Great. And draw your arms back, coming to all fours. So widen the knees a bit. The right leg's parallel to the mat. Draw your belly in. Lift your heart, looking forward directly as we reach the left arm forward. Hold here, stabilizing at your core with your breathing. On exhale, lower the hand and the knee. Second side, left leg parallel to the mat. Toes point down, heart lifts as the right arm reaches forward. The breaths equally in and out. On the exhale, lower down. Nice, everyone. So let's walk either the knees back or the palms forward, setting up again for downward dog. Good, and so now we'll tiptoe walk to the forward end of the mat. Coming now to parallel feet, bent knees. And can you bring your hands together at your sacrum? And so lift the shoulder heads. That'll spread across the chest. Can you straighten the arms? Fill out with the breaths in the halfway up position. And then exhale, fold in a little bit and see if the arms can lift up. Let's repeat that. Inhale to the flat back. Remember your knees are bent. Exhale, fold over the legs and raise your arms any amount high. Stretch deeply into shoulders, relaxed neck. 1 to go. And now bring your hands to your thighs. Come to upright, pressing up. And take a moment to stand tall and orienting here to this new moment. A little breather. Let's step the right foot back, angle the heel and keeping your hips squared, a little bit like we did when we were kneeling. It's going to be the left arm behind the back. Inhale, take your right arm straight up, get long, and exhale, come forward. Steady feet, little bend in the front knee, might go a lot or partially. Inhale, come back up. At the top of the breath, pause. Exhale, come forward with the long reach. To inhale, rise again. Big stretch up. Sustain the breath here a moment. And exhale, forward. Try to keep your back heel on the mat. Steadying your ankles. Inhale, rise again. Get very long. Little pause. And lower your arms. And a step to the front of the mat. Stabilize here a moment, stand tall, feeling prana flow. We are vitalizing, revitalizing to feel more alive and energized. Step your left foot back. It's angled slightly, the hips are squared. Root the feet, and it's going to be the right arm that's tucked behind. And as we root the feet, the left arm inhales forward and high, little pause, and then exhale, long, flat back, reach forward as far as the breath takes you to come up again. Inhale, rise. Big lifting heart, little pause, and then exhale, forward we go. As we did. A little holding moment at the peak stretch. Smooth, controlled exhale as we come forward for this last one. All the way up. Long reach. Exhale, lower the arms and step to the front. And arrive in your standing mountain pose. Nice. Everyone, let's take a wide stance on the long mat. Feet are parallel. And let's do that big wide stretch with the arms. Heart lifts, breath in. Bring one arm to the other ankle. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Little twist. Exhale, opposite side. So you can go to your knee or your ankle, wherever you're at today. Little twist, and over we go. Your breaths can be slow and smooth. Coming to our last one, over we go. Come back to center, lower the arms, and do a little shoulder roll, little shrug. Good, now let's take the feet, pointing outwards, both of them, as we do a double lunge. Straightening, breath in. And double lunge on exhale. You can keep your hands on your thighs for pressure, support. And you can also take your arms high as we straighten the legs on inhale, and exhale, both elbows and knees bend. As we did, inhale. So you're doing it the way your body needs today. Straightening and bending those elbows and knees. And we're going to our last one. Nice. Now bring the hands to your thighs. Lean a little forward. We're back into the upper back. Dip your right shoulder into the midline, little twist. Come back. Now the left shoulder into the midline, little twist. And back. Couple more each way. And we've come to the last one. Come back to center, straighten your legs and bring them to parallel and walk your feet together to the middle and stand tall, alert and calm. A moment to catch your breath. Now we'll head into triangle pose. So we take the feet moderately wide, turning out to your right all the way, so that foot is on that imaginary line on the middle of your mat, and the back foot slips slightly away. And now we'll square the hips to center. Arms reach way across the room for the inhale. And over we go, triangle pose. So we're directly over the turned out leg. The heart is wide open, and so is the back, upper back, wide open. Feeling the groundedness. Feeling our inner stability, this kind of stabilizing happening as we hold and simply breathe consciously here. Nice. Now we're going to root the feet and come upright. Relaxing the arms, turning the legs for second side. Rooting tall and wide for the in. And reach on your out breath over the turned out leg. As we find stability, we fill it with breath. The reassuring breaths now, long, slow, and deep. From the rooted feet, inhale, rise again. To relax the arms. To go again to triangle pose, first side. Spreading arms, lifted heart, breathing in. Over we go. See how the hips go one way and the upper body goes the other way. Finding where you want to be. Getting steady. Good. Now the top arm, let's bring it closer to the ear. Deepen the side stretch. Steadying your breath. Holding stable. Deep rooting of the feet to catch the inhale, to come on up. Relax the arms. And second side. Align the feet. Root them deep. And wide arms, breath in. Over we go. Coming into the shape where you can stabilize and be. Adding the top arm now next to your ear, so don't let it come forward. Feel how your right chest could lift a little bit and the left ribs, the bottom ribs roll a little forward. Tiny little adjustments that keep us attentive. Bringing the breath to places we maybe haven't felt. Great. Root the feet and inhale, coming up. And parallel your feet. Walk them in a little closer. Have them slightly pigeon-toed as we take a forward bend over the wide legs. First, lift the heart. As you're ready to exhale, come forward. Slide your hands down your legs. See if you can be in the midline with your torso. You're either going to keep your hands supporting your trunk, hands on legs. If it feels safe, you'll walk your hands forward, wider arms. Stay symmetrical. As the fingertips inch their way on the ground and your hips and sit bones draw back in the opposite direction. A little traction to create space, to fill that space with long, slow breathing. And now, bending your right knee, walk your hands towards the right, pivot off your back heel, turning towards the short end of your mat and step into downward facing dog. Position your downward dog wide enough that when we inhale now to plank, you've got shoulders over wrists, strong core, so inch your feet back as much as you need. The exhale will take the hips up and back again. So we'll do this a few times for upper body and core. So earlier we did the upward plank. Now this more familiar dog to plank. If you've got two more in you, do so. And if you're ready to go down, go all the way down and go to Sphinx, and we'll all meet there in a mo. Our last one, come on forward and down into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is so great for coming into the heart space, taking the roundness out of the upper back, pressing the palms down. Lowered gaze to tend the breath. One more big inhale here with the heart lifted. We're going to exhale, make a little pillow for a Lie down and rest. Soften your whole back. Fill your back with breath. Good. So now we'll bring the arms back, if you can, interlace them at your sacrum, or use a strap to bring your hands together. Press the pubis down, take your shoulder heads back, lift your chest off the mat, and keep the top of the feet on the mat. So your toenails are on the mat, on the ground. Your upper body is lifting, but your chin is not. 3 breaths. Bringing prana and strength to the low back. Good. On the exhale, make a pillow for your brow and settle, relax your back completely and be breathed. Bring your right arm out from the shoulder and roll onto that shoulder, onto your right side. Stretching your right shoulder, your upper back, all the way onto the right side. You might be using your left hand to keep you here, or you might take that left arm back so that left shoulder is also beginning to open a little bit here. Fill it all with breath. Good. Roll onto your tummy and set up for second side, where the left arm is out from the shoulder, and we roll onto the left hip. Your knees can be bent to support. Very much about the upper back and shoulder on the left side. Right hand might be supporting you or reaching back. Good, and roll onto your tummy again. Bringing your hands next to your ribs to push to hands and knees. To dip back towards your heels. And then we'll go back to a downward facing dog. Three breaths. We'll now walk the feet to the forward end of the mat and reach for the blocks, bringing them to the high setting. Blocks parallel. Walk your feet back so that your back is in the flat back position. And the feet are close together. Good. Right leg parallel to the mat. Lower the right hip. Left knee might have a little bend in it. Take your left arm forward. Stay to breathe. On the exhale, bring your left hand and your right foot back down. Bend your knees and sway your hips a little bit. Ease that left haunch that held all the body weight. Good. Back to the flat back position. Take your left leg straight back, parallel to the mat. Little bend in the right knee maybe. And the right arm forward. On the exhale, we're coming out. Bent knees, ease your right hip, walk it out or sway your hips. Nice. Little bend in the knees, push away from the blocks and come to upright. Reach the arms overhead. Coming into prayer pose. One round of sun salutation. Feel free to have a little rest. If you're getting tired, you're up for this. Let's go. Root the feet. Inhale, the arms widened up. The forward bend, exhaling. Hands to shins for the halfway up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Lower all the way down. Sphinx pose, 3 breaths. On the exhale, hands slide back, toes curl under. Dip your knees, your seat to your feet. And then back to downward dog, where we'll stay for 3 breaths. Walk the feet to the front of the mat. Hands on shins for the flat back. Fold deep, exhale. Let's come all the way upright, arms overhead. And into prayer pose. All right, everyone, let's come onto the back. Make your way down. Have a little moment to be held by the ground. Slowing your heart by slowing your breathing. Palms down right near your hips, near your feet. Snuggle the arms in close, take the shoulders down. And now take your feet off the mat, knees over hips and shin bones parallel to the mat. Right arm, left leg, inhale, stretch them out. And exhale, bring them back to our starting point. Left arm, right leg. And return. Stay with this. Big stretch, top of breath. Exhale, bring it back. Lovely core work. Continue with this alternate across the body, stretch and contract. When you complete with your left arm and right leg, take a break. Let your feet come down to the mat. And soften your knees wide and your arms a little wider so that we're in cobbler's pose, tucked chin, and feel the ease throughout the body and especially in your belly area. Bring your breath deep into your belly. Bring the knees back up and reach for a low block to place under your sacrum. Supported bridge, which is a lovely place to be with your feet on the mat. Or we can make it into block supported shoulder stand where we bring the legs into the air. So see, what's your pose tonight? Perfectly fine to keep your feet on the mat. Or the feeling of the feet hanging in the air. That quality of draining. And we'll bend the knees and let the feet come back to the mat. Remove the block and shift your hips a little to the right to land. And the right leg wraps over the left for our twist here. Wrapped knees, drop left. Upper body stays flat. And everything softens into this shape. We'll be here for 3 breaths. The inhale to 4 counts and the exhale to 8 counts. Two more breaths. And so as you complete your 3 long exhalations, bring the knees back up to uncross and set up for second side, where we shift left leg on top, and over we go to the right to settle here in the softened shape. Getting comfy, feeling what's here. And we fill with our 3 breaths here, 4 in and 8 out. as you complete those 3 breaths, let your legs come back up, find the midline and come into final relaxation pose. Grab the props you like, positioning your body optimally down the midline, where we let the ground now hold us, and we let the breath just breathe us without any shaping. Letting your body come to ease. Heavy, relaxed, and dropping deep. Sense and feel your breath. Know that you can stay as long as you like here. If you're ready to complete the practice, move a little and roll onto your side, curled up in gratitude. And make your way up to sit. Good work, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. Namaste.